Hello everybody and welcome on my YouTube channel. You are with Alandris and today we are on the live server and we will do, like I promised, the second review of Thunder Beast, the sign-in hero of last month. And if for Mechanical Destroyer it was no changements in according to the test server, for Thunder Beast it's totally different because the version on live server is far better than the version that we saw on the test server. So we will see all important points right now. First of all, if you want to see the first review that I did for Thunder Beast on test server, you can click on the link below of my picture and you will understand even more the difference between before and now. So, if we are checking the heroes that we have in front of us right now, statistics are exactly the same. So I will be really fast about the statistic. Magical power, interesting magical power, nearly 13,000. Magical armor class and magical resistance are classical. Physical crit, we don't care at all. HP, it's pretty low, 36,000. So possible to boost with training field, but without training, she will die really quickly. And the critical magical score 178. It's not that much, but finally when we are checking the result, it looks like a little better. Now about the skills, and it's one of the main difference for this hero. Ultimate skill, Wrath of the Gods. If we are reading right now, shall summon thunder to strike random enemies. Each enemy hit beyond the first adds damage. Okay, increase damage by 3080 damage. On the test server, it was 1320. So a real difference because it's nearly 3 times the damage of the ultimate. So really important. Ball lighting, the second skill, with one of the skills that it's really interesting for PvP, for example, in Vanguard Warrior team. Shall release ball lighting, add and deal area damage over time. Deal 1980 continuous damage in total. This skill has been nerfed. It's strange because when we are checking the result, it looks like really strong skill. But in fact, on the test server, it was 3300. So nearly 33% less for this skill. Thunder Thread, third skill, the blue skill. A circle of lighting down to the ground, dealing damage and stunning enemies. Now, increase damage by 2750. On the test server, 1200. So another time, it's more than 2 times the damage that we had on the test server. And the last skill, the purple one, didn't change. It's still in your magic resistance by 110. So nothing crazy bad, nothing crazy good. It's exactly the same. I will not speak in this video about his positionment because it's the same, it didn't change. And now I will show you in fight the results that we can have with Thunder Beast.
Round 1, fight!
In 1 versus 1, we can see in details how she's working. So second skill is this one, big impact and after some damage over time. In front of us, we have Admiral Orange 2, so it's little different that Admiral full Red 2, full train that we have on test server, but it doesn't matter, it's to show you how the skills are working and which damage they are able to do. The stun. And I will be even I will be able to kill Chaplain. We'll see how much damage it will be. Second ultimate. Okay, she is dead. And we can see that it's still 20 seconds in the timer. So it's true that Admiral is not a Red 2, so it's a big difference. But statistic of the fight, 180,000 damage. She kills the two characters without any problem. And on the test server, they were still alive. And in 1 versus 1, she deal 170,000 damage. So for the moment, it's just an idea, because now in real fight, we will see exactly the difference. Against a full healing team, we will have a first information about the difference, and you will see that it's just huge. You remember that against the same team on the test server, with 5 frontliners, so in the same condition exactly, with Death Knight who reduced the magical damage, so exactly the same condition, we did 240,000 damage. So it was pretty low for a real damage dealer. We will see in this situation. I will a little bit accelerate the timer, because what is interesting for us right now, it's the final result. So something like 10 seconds. Okay, it's over. And if we are checking the statistic of the fight, she did nearly 380 damage. So it's an additional value nearly for 130,000 damage more. It's just another character, because before she was weak. And don't forget that when I tried my Thunder Beast on test server, she was full trained. Actually, my Thunder Beast just get to train, so it's like 0. She has absolutely no training. When you are playing against an aggressive Turtle Fighter team, Thunder Beast is not the best solution, but you will see that if you succeed to have some distraction, I will use Specialist Skeleton Mage for that, you will be able to have some interesting result, even if you lose or something. It's possible to do something with this hero. Okay, Tarot Prophet killed my Imperial Executioner because of the burst of Arcane Sapper. Now I will try to hold like I can. My Soul Hunter is in danger. First ultimate. So you see that the thunder is falling down 5 times for the ultimate. Okay. I will probably lose, but we will see the final damage. And we can see that when she's really in not good position, she can deal 257,000 damage, and in the same condition on test server, she was even not able to do 100,000 damage. So the difference for that is huge. The team that I'm showing you right now in the left side of the screen, it's a must-have for War of the God. You will see that when your opponent is picking Dwarf Warrior, it's the guarantee to have nearly 100% of win rate against this kind of team. So, actually, the fight is nearly over after 20 seconds of fight. Even if my Thunder Beast is dying, she did the job, because now the fight is over. I will accelerate the end. Okay. And remember, 20 seconds of fight, 200,000 damage. That's why I like Thunder Beast really much. In this condition, it's the best way to use Thunder Beast, but we will see in the last fight that it's possible to use her even against Undead team. For this last fight, I want to show you that Thunder Beast is also a good solution against a defensive Undead team. You see that even if I grab Lightbringer, who is not the best grab that I can do at the beginning, I will totally rape this team in 30 seconds of time. So Thunder Beast is not alone, it's true, but you can see in the statistic of the fight that she is second damage dealer with 150,000 damage in less than 30 seconds of fight. It's huge, and the two other heroes are dealing the necessary damage, Rabbit and Ember Blade. If you want, you can replace Evil Rabbit by Manipulator. It's working as well, but little less efficient for sure, because Evil Rabbit will grab someone, and when you will have contact with Vanguard Warrior, you will deal even more damage. It's all for now. Let's discover strengths and weaknesses of this hero. For this hero, I see two important points. Main points is the burst damage that this hero is able to have. Like you saw, after 15 seconds of fight, she already did 150,000 damage in some condition. For sure, she can do it for every fight, but in some condition, you can have a really huge burst damage. And even in other conditions, for the second point, she's able to have an output damage really nice, and it's a good damage dealer right now. Two important points that I see as weaknesses for Thunder Beast. First point, it's easy to find, it's her HP. If we check deeply, she has 36,000 HP. It's really difficult to keep her alive, even with good support with her in the team. And if you have Tarot Prophet in front or Arcane Sapper in front, she will die pretty quickly if you didn't train her before. Second point, it's her position on the battlefield. Like you saw, only Lightbringer is able to protect her behind. Most of the other backliners are in front of her, and she's not a defensive character in backline, so if you have Ninja in front or something like that, she will get raped really quickly. After all what you saw, you can imagine that I will advise you to invest on this hero, and I will do it for two reasons. First reason, this hero is in Grand Arena Shop for most of the server, and for most of players, Grand Arena Shop you have ton of points already, and even if you want to buy some red gears or something like that, you can keep your 25,000 necessary points to finish her as 5 stars, and you will have a crazy character to burst enemy. Second point, she is actually in the metagame a key hero. What I mean by key heroes? In War of the God, she will give you a solution, a free solution, against Undead team and against Dwarf Warrior team. So even if sometimes it's difficult to guess what is doing your opponent, most of the time it's easy to guess that he is going on Undead team, for example, and little more difficult, but you can guess that he is going on Dwarf Warrior team. In Grand Arena, most of the players have actually one Turtle Fighter team, one Master Mage or Undead team, and one team with Dwarf Warrior as tank. So most of the time she will be useful. It's an offensive character because, like you saw, if you are using her against Tarot Prophet, for example, especially without training, it's a food for Tarot Prophet. She is not interesting at all. So if you understand well this character, she is a key hero in the actual metagame, and you will see it in my future video in 10 days about the metagame in December. Thank you everybody for watching this second review of Thunder Beast. Another time, I'm sorry, but actually with the test server, they are releasing some version of heroes who are perhaps version for test. We are giving feedback, and after that they are doing some modification, and this is the good point. I am not telling that it's bad that they are doing some modification, but the bad point is that they are doing modification without telling nothing. So actually we are totally blind, and when they are releasing one hero, we have to guess if this hero is finally so bad that he was on test server or so good than he was on a test server. We can't see before. And last point, I will release soon the second review of Divine Knight, the VIP hero of December, who have just been released. And if you remember, on the test server, it was already a good hero, but it was a support, 100% support hero who was not able to deal more than 100,000 damage in one fight. You will see in my second review that after a crazy buff, we can tell it like that, they did one hero who is also a good support, but now who is able also to do so good damage. So it will be this week. I don't know exactly which day, but I will try to release this week the video, the second review of Divine Knight, and also the video to present the Red Boss chapter 17, 18, 19. If you don't want to miss nothing about my actuality, you can join me in my social network, Facebook, Twitter. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you want to support my work, you can click on the last link on the video. Thank you guys. Bye bye.